Hey everybody, James Rober here, and I just want to come on here and just share a little piece of my life, just a little something interesting. And I will do more of these kind of videos, just sharing something interesting from my life. So something recently in my life is I've started getting interested in Survivor. Most of you have heard of Survivor. You may or may not be a big fan of Survivor. I never really was a fan of Survivor. I just never really was interested in it. I've always been more going to church or playing basketball or maybe watching a movie or something. So I don't know. I just wasn't really into it. And then maybe about a month ago, I started watching it for the first time ever, and it was really interesting. I really just got into it, and so I guess I'm a sort of Survivor fan now. I don't know if I would call myself necessarily a super fan, but anyway, it's just something different for me, something just different, and I think that's kind of what I sort of need maybe in my life right now, something different, something that just different. And Survivor is exactly that. It's very, very different than a traditional sport. There's just so many different dynamics that are involved with it, and I see a lot of parallels between Survivor and real life. There's a lot of things that do apply, and you can learn some lessons just watching Survivor, because a lot of people, if not most people, think that way. When you really get down to it, people are trying to make alliances. People are trying to move themselves forward and propel themselves forward. And people take different approaches on how to do that. And sometimes people will stab you in the back, or they'll kind of push you out of the way so that they can move forward. And so then you have to think about what you maybe have to do to protect yourself from those kind of people. There's people who will be honest and they'll always keep their word. There's people who will not. And it's just interesting, the dynamics. They call it one of the greatest social experiments in the world. So the thing that I'm kind of going through my mind is like, what is okay and what is not okay. Now, I know in the game, essentially anything is okay as long as you don't actually physically harm someone. There are obvious things, but they give them a lot of leeway. So I think about, like, if I was to play Survivor, how would I, what would be my strategy? How would I be able to do that and be a Christian too? And so that's something that really, goes through my mind is how can you play Survivor and maintain your own integrity? Because part of the game is manipulating. It is, sometimes you may have to lie to get forward in the game. So because I'm a somewhat new fan, there's a lot of the characters and players that I'm not totally familiar with. Now, in a short amount of time, I've watched a few seasons already. If you watch one episode a day, you could watch basically a whole season in a couple weeks. And if you had time, you could watch maybe 2 episodes a day, and then you could almost do a whole season in a week. So I've watched a few seasons now, and I've done some kind of searching and learn who's the better players, who's not, and how Survivor itself has changed over time, and it's definitely changed in the past few years, past 5-6 seasons. The game itself has changed a lot. It's a little more woke, as they say, or trying to be diversity inclusive and all that. And they made a rule that I think at least 50% has to be people of color. I don't have any problem with that. I think that if 50% of the population is not white, then I think that's fair that 50% of people in the game is not white. So I don't have a problem with that. I think that's a good progress, and to represent people and etc. As a compared to like the first season of Survivor, which I did watch that whole season. I think there was one black person out of maybe 18 or 20 or something. So I think some of the changes that Survivor's made has been good, but some are not good, which that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother, video could be done. I'm debating, I'm contemplating actually starting a sort of Survivor series and talk about different things, um, it's fun for me. It's good to find something that's fun, something that's entertaining. There are small things that you could point to that you could say is wrong. Yeah, there's girls walking around in bikinis, but I thought about that, and um, I've been an NBA fan for most of my life, and if you watch a whole NBA game, you're going to see cheerleaders coming out who don't have a whole lot of clothes on, and they're kicking their legs up and flipping through the air, and you can see a lot. And this is most traditional sports. So and if you go to a public pool, I mean, if you don't want to ever see a woman in a bikini, then don't ever go to a public swimming pool, you know. Um, so I believe you could watch those episodes, and if it's that big a deal for you, you can skip through it. You can close your eyes when those particular scenes are on. So maybe that's something that I can offer that might be slightly different than what maybe other people are doing, is kind of talking about Survivor from a kind of Christian perspective. And what does the Bible say about this? What does the Bible say about that? So I'm kind of thinking about this. I feel like I want to just do something fun, something that if I don't make any money from it, that's fine. If I don't get 1 million followers, that's fine. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and something different. So I'm kind of contemplating on that. Maybe having a different entire channel, perhaps. I don't know. But I'll probably come on here and talk about Survivor. I'm not going to make my whole current YouTube channel all about Survivor. It might be a part of that, but if I want to do a lot more with it, then I probably would just start a completely different channel. But anyway, I just want to share that with you. That's something that's new and different in my life, something that's fun. I've actually considered even applying to be on Survivor. I would definitely need to lose some weight for sure. But I can lose weight. That's not the problem for me. If I really want to lose weight, I can lose weight. Problem is keeping it off, maintaining that. So, but I tell you what, if you wave $1 million in my face, I might just get a bit more motivated than normal. So yeah, I mean, that's it for now. Tell me what you think. Do you watch Survivor? Is Survivor something that you've done in the past? Is something that, after me talking about it, does that change your opinion at all about Survivor? Are you probably never going to watch an episode of Survivor? If you do watch Survivor, and if you are a fan, I love to hear from you, your comments. What's your favorite season? Who are your favorite players? Who are your favorite winners? So for me, like I said, I've watched season 1, Borneo. I've watched Samoa because I got curious about Russell Hantz. I heard a lot about Russell Hantz. I'm like, okay, I want to know, who is this guy? I watched Heroes and Villains and Cagayan. So I've watched those 4 seasons. And now I'm kind of in the middle of Pearl Islands. So I got really into it, and I just wanted to kind of learn as much as I can about it. So that's sort of what I know so far, and it's been a fun ride so far. But there is other things in life besides Survivor as well. But I want to connect with you other Christian Survivor fans out there. I know you're out there. And so God bless you. I hope to hear from you. Comment, like, subscribe, do all those good and fun things. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.